I think it should be short, so unless, I put the payouts here
Yep.
in the consent agenda, and then I provided the report, so if there's any questions, then you need to get going.
Sounds risky. Better not move too
It's
much.
usually a different chair, maybe I should grab a different one.
It's just loud, it's like.
Just don't move.
Yeah, I guess I'll.
Um,
That one's not much quieter.
Yeah, I was just gonna maybe that
I was gonna
one.
say, there's nobody sitting there.
It does go up higher too, maybe.
Okay, at 6:30, we will call this meeting to order and do roll call. Councilperson Holthouse. Here. Councilperson Bendel.
Here.
Councilperson Baskin.
Here.
Councilperson Huber.
Here.
Councilperson Johnson.
Here.
Stand and say the pledge.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Make a motion to accept.
I second.
Been moved and second to approve the consent agenda. Any more discussion? Not, we'll vote. Councilperson Holthouse.
Yes.
Councilperson Baskin.
Yes.
Councilperson Bendel.
Yes.
Councilperson Johnson.
Yes.
And Councilperson Huber.
Yes.
Looks like in the staff reports, we have, everything has been, as a written report. Do we have an update from the city engineer on anything then too, or is it just all in the written?
It's pretty much all in the written report, but just I guess a brief summary that the water tank, they finished up the water tank. They do have a little bit of, there's like a rock surface around the outer ring. They had to come back, saying there's a couple of concrete pads. So they'll come back in the spring and finish that up. The little has to be put on it, that'll be done in the spring. They did get it all backfilled for the winter for frost purposes. And they put about 4 foot of water in there for frost purposes as well. So the tank contract will come back in the spring, and that's minor work you want to do, disinfectant and bacteria testing also in the spring, and then it's done. The pump house contractor installed a couple pipes up in the area of the tank. Did that work last week. They're off this week and next week, and they're gonna kind of wait to see what the weather is after the new year. Maybe doing some work during the winter if the weather's good, but otherwise, you know, they may be off until spring, but they may be doing some pipe work in winter that allows. The pollinator garden, they finished up that work. I mean, I think you can go by there the other day and they got a couple, you know, not benches, but you know, basically benches up there. So I think that's pretty much wrapped up. There might be a little bit of touch up in the spring, but I think for the most part that project is finished. And the asphalt overlay project, that's done. There is a little bit of a jointing issue. There's a little lip there, catching some water. So in the spring they're gonna have to come up and clean that up. So Any questions with any of those projects or anything else?
No, thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Doug is here also. Doug, did you have anything to add to your additional written report? And then I would like to go ahead and do my verbal report, but I'm actually just going to pass it on to Councilmember Bendel and Bessie. Because that's just the best way to put it.
So as this term comes to a close, we extend our sincerest appreciation to Councilmember Josh Holthouse, whose dedication and service to the community have made a lasting impact. Through 2 terms on the city council, he has shown a strong commitment to Urbana and this clear focus on strengthening our local economy. His leadership and thoughtful approach to economic development have helped move our community forward, supporting growth, engaging investment, and keeping Urbana's long-term success at the forefront of decision-making. His time, insight, and willingness to serve has been invaluable. Thank you for your service, your commitment, and your contributions to our community. We are grateful for your role that you have played in helping Urbana continue to grow and thrive.
Thank you, John. Councilmember Holthouse.
Mayor Terry Benson, as your term as mayor comes to a close, we extend our deepest gratitude for a lifetime of service to our community. As you know, your commitment to Urbana has spanned over 50 years, serving on the police department, including as police chief, fire department, ambulance service, city council, and 2 separate terms as mayor. Few individuals give so much of themselves in so many ways. Your leadership has been grounded in firsthand experience, a deep understanding of our community, and a genuine desire to serve others. Through challenges and accomplishments alike, you have consistently put the needs of Urbana first. Thank you for your dedication, your steady leadership, and your unwavering service. Your legacy of public service will continue to shape our community for years to come, and we are truly grateful.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to old business. Consider resolution 2025-167 authorizing demolition of the structure located at 2 Union Avenue.
My only question on this, and I actually was talking to Josh about this, is, I actually reached out to Matt Schmicky, and he was very, very gracious and gave some insight into our concern or question, I guess, about if we could save any cost on the backfill. And from his perspective, for what he gave as a bid, it really isn't. There isn't. It's all synergies for him to backfill. If you're taking the foundation out, he's bringing back dirt so that it all kind of works together, which made sense. I just didn't understand that. And I, reiterated to him that we weren't questioning his bid at all. It's there's nothing to complain about it. It was just a matter of if we can find ways to recoup more money for the project post demo. So, and as far as the additional cost for the winter cost, he said it's just a mess out there right now, and with the cold and the conditions. So, the only other question is, did we talk to Trent at all about if they would be willing to do it, or is it just kind of out of their wheelhouse? I don't think there's any hurry to do it, so we could table it until spring, and I don't think we're going to gain anything knocking it down in January, especially from his perspective. It's harder work in the winter, so.
I read through that, and I think maybe part of the problem would be if he did the work and we did backfill, how's his insurance cover it?
I mean, he just said that it's a timing thing, so he's taking out foundation, hauling it away and bringing it back in, and if you have to wait on a city guy to come in, dump, and then do some work, and then he's got to do more excavate, it just wouldn't work. It made sense. It's just
all logistics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Well, then too, with winter coming on too, they could be busy plowing and not be able to get to that after the house is down and taken out of there.
Yeah.
Well, and like this last weekend, we had negative temperatures. We all know how Iowa is. That frost just penetrates the ground so quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, we could approve it and just let them wait till spring to do it, or we can table it and wait.
I mean, is there a timeline of when he would start? They would start if we approve.
Well, we do
this?
run into, we want to bid, and Shane's not here, but we do want to bid out phase 2 of the project, which is where the house is. And, I mean, if we could do that bid and then, get that started in the spring, we're under a timeline for those grant dollars, but my only thinking would be, with construction costs or demos, does it go up in the spring again? Because the contingency that I have in the grant was the grant pays $12,500 of it. So anything that goes above that is put onto the city paying. So if we could at least approve it, I mean, that's the only thing I say, because like the grant approves the 12,500 and now not the 1,500, but she said that she'd be willing to work with us, like if there's a reason the city couldn't pay it, or if there's part of our pollinator phase 2 that wouldn't get done because of the difference. I don't know. My suggestion would be to approve it and then let Schminke decide when the best time is for them to demo it. I wouldn't know anything about what their time frame would be.
Because let's face it, it's Iowa. He could probably, if we get warm like they're saying, he could probably come in next week, do it. And it's all timing.
Yeah, it's with construction, it's all with our committee. I mean,
So Doug and I talked about it, and he had the city guys tore the Legion down at Center Point for about half that cost. Just put in dumpsters and they hauled it away.
So the cities did it themselves? Do we have the equipment to do that? I mean, that's a 2-story house, so, I mean, they need some sort of a track or something, what they do.
You just take it with the mini excavator and knock it out.
Yeah, mini excavator would do it.
Yeah.
You got the front end loader too, then.
So, I mean, we could put more money in the pollinator garden if we do it for half the price.
I know I talked to my boss about it. I mean, it's up to you guys. I could have to come in here. He told me, he goes, Scott, I go there too for $10,000. So I mean, it's just another, and usually right now we're not extremely busy, but we have the dump trailers and all that stuff to haul stuff away. It's just whatever we decide to do.
But so there is options.
Yeah. I mean, he's raised his price, what, 2,500, 2,000 or 2,500?
Yeah.
Just for winter. Usually in winter work, we lower our prices just to try to get to work because the guys aren't working during the winter. So it's just.
I think Doug said he used 8 or 6 dumpsters for the big Legion. So yeah, whatever.
So, but still, probably to move this along, we would still need to approve the resolution, even if we
If we
held
go
on for a while.
Well,
We approve it.
not if you're not approving Schminke to do
Yeah.
the work,
Oh.
which I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know if I'm just being a little biased on this, that
What's the resistance to having, the city guys doing it?
I'm not saying I have resistance, but I certainly can't commit, like the city necessarily doing that. I wouldn't do something like that without going back to Trent and figuring out the capacity of.
With the city, what
schedule.
happens if we get a snowfall and then the city's busy, remove the snow and then,
I don't think that's to be done right now.
well, yeah, I don't know when
Spring.
the timeline is
Right.
when it needs done by.
So here's my question, I guess. Since you said it can be contingent on phase 2, when does phase 2 have to start for the pollinator?
That's, yeah.
Well, it just has to be done within that year. So, I mean, right now, the only timeline we have is just a brief conversation with the engineer that we were gonna put together the competitive bid, basically, which we're hoping because of the price that the same contractor can come in and do phase 2 that did phase 1. So I mean, it would just be like wanting to start that like in spring.
Is getting I know the foundation, something we don't have the equipment to bring that out, or is it just?
I would just push it in once you dug and bury it. Yeah, we're not gonna build anything on
Does it have a basement?
it. Like a rock
Limestone.
foundation.
Just
Yeah.
line
Just
foundation,
crumble.
yeah, you just crumble it and you can actually just bury
Bury
that, yeah.
That's what I would do, just take the top off and haul it away and bury the rest.
I mean, you're not gonna be going that deep.
Slab, so
Yeah.
there was no basement under it.
It said it's just a slab?
Dirt, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not much to that basement.
So the biggest thing is if the city did do it and then something come up, we're gonna have either a mess up there or a vacant hole until they go back to it.
I think you would for a week anyway. probably.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
You said there's not a basement?
There is. At the
He
Legion.
just said,
I'm sorry.
I thought he said it was a slab.
The
That was,
Legion.
that
Oh, the
was,
Legion, oh, okay,
that one is like
okay.
it's like a lime rock.
But yeah, usually if you have a basement, you crumble that in and you just bury the concrete. You get everything thrown on top, you crumble the concrete and just bury everything else.
And
The
you
concrete,
can go back
it doesn't matter.
Well, then we could table this and get Trent's feedback and then do a final decision in January. I don't think that's
Do
gonna
you wanna
hurt us.
table it till next month?
Yeah, just till January. I don't think it's gonna hurt us, is it?
No, you're not gonna do anything right now anyways, not this weather.
That doesn't put us in a bad position as far as the timeline is concerned, is it? Or you're just saying if we approved it tonight, they could potentially
Yeah,
have it
I
down.
think we would lock in that price that he gave us, or they could come in under, I mean, depending on when they get to it, right?
I don't think this price is going to come in under
Yeah.
what he's already quoted, because
Even if he doesn't get to it and there's no written condition.
and I think I shared this in my email, we have like Zinser put in a quote to remove 2 Union Avenue at 24.5. So I feel like Schminke came in at a competitive cost, which I kind of verbally had an idea of what he would come in on, which is what I put in the grant to cover the cost. So I can't speak to any of this. Number one, I don't tear buildings down, I don't pretend to. I, just in terms of a cleaner version, I brought it back. If there were more questions, I wish, just that people would have sent those maybe ahead of time. But it's not up to me. I'm not making the decision. So if you guys want to table it again, it's up to you.
You're not gonna get anything done next month.
No.
Well, I think he was planning on doing it in the winter, correct?
Yes, January.
Yeah.
Because the fire department was going to possibly, I think they were looking to do it maybe at a December meeting, which I think they already had, if they were going to do anything. They kind of stepped away from that, so, they had talked about the possibility of January, but again, I don't know if that would still be what his goal would be. I haven't reached back out to him.
I was just thinking to save, you can put another $6,000 in your pollinator garden pretty easily.
Well, we would still have to revise the budget for the grant, because we'd be changing 12,500 of the grant dollars that were to go to demo to add it to something else, so we would have to just do an update for the grant budget. But of course, I don't know, I hate to say that because I'd have to find out like what the schedule is for Public Works. There's only 3 of them in the spring, they also start with what they normally do in their timeline, so I hate to commit a project like this. I don't know even if they in the past demoed a structure like this, so I don't know the answer to those questions.
Well, I don't know. All I know is it's probably not an easy project, but I would think more than anything else, it's gonna be a dangerous project.
Yeah.
And
I feel like if the
never
Public Works
demo the
Department-
building, but I would think it'd be dangerous knocking it down.
Yeah,
I agree.
I also feel that the Public Works Department, they have other items within the grant that are considered in kind in phase 2 of the grant. So, I mean, they're already taking on part of this. I do not feel comfortable just committing the Public Works Department in something like demoing a structure like that. I think that if Trent thought that was something that they were going to do, they would have, put that as part of the in-kind. If you're asking personally, I feel I'm uncomfortable with that just because we're trying to save the dollars for that, which I totally get. But I also feel that having someone that does this regularly came in at a very decent price, which was half the proposal of the other one. I feel like that should be, and it's covered in the grant. That's my take on it, but I don't know.
With what you're saying, like the dangerous part, it doesn't matter who does it. All gas lines, water lines have to be cut and sealed
That's
off.
already been done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's already been
And
done.
that's what your dangerous part is.
Well, I was thinking the dangerous part is that collapsing or coming into a cab of a vehicle. That's the dangerous part.
Oh, and as far as city workers, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not trained to do it right.
Because we may have the equipment to knock it down, but what if something comes through the front of that vehicle?
Then it's on city insurance.
Yeah, well, that's what I don't want to happen. I would just soon have somebody that has the equipment that can reach out there and touch that and knock it down, rather than our guys with, don't have the proper equipment, like a boom and stuff for a track hoe that has the equipment to do that, and they can get away from it. Our guys can't, because they don't have so much distance they can reach.
No, yeah, you're right.
Well, I'll motion to approve resolution 2025-167.
Second. Randy can take it.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve resolution 2025-167. Any more discussion on that? If not, we'll vote. Councilperson Holthouse.
I'm a no.
Okay. Councilperson Huber?
No.
Councilperson Vasky?
Yes.
Councilperson Bendel?
Yes.
Councilperson Johnson?
Yes.
Okay. Item B, consider resolution 2025-168 to approve the ag lease agreement for city-owned land south of 2101 and a half Faith Street with John Sackett. He's been renting that ground for a few years now, is that true?
It's fire CV3.
Make the motion to approve resolution 2025-168.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve resolution 2025-168. Any more discussion? If not, we'll vote. Councilperson Johnson.
Yes.
Councilperson Vasky.
Yes.
Councilperson Huber.
Yes.
Councilperson Bendel.
Yes.
Councilperson Holthouse.
Yes.
That's all we got on this agenda. I guess before we leave, I would like to say it's been a privilege to serve as mayor for the last 2 years. It hasn't been an easy 2 years, but we got through it. And I'm sure with our new mayor, Bob Ireland, and our new councilperson, Shane Light, in the city council will make these next 2 years and 4 years a success. And wish nothing but good luck to both of you and the rest of the council. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
I'll motion to adjourn.
I thought you made the motion, right?
Been moved and seconded to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Thank you.
So you're gonna be here every month now, right? You're gonna be
I'll be in the audience.
in the audience every month, both of you?
Not everybody.
I have a hard time getting off work. I got his home for 10 minutes.
Yeah.